want to make sure I am live, so hold on. Trying to check I am at work right now, if you can't tell. So I'm going to check my page to make sure I'm live on YouTube, and then we'll get into this incredible launch of this product from Native Instruments. Let me make sure I am live and good to go on YouTube. It should say I'm live. All right. Double check. All right, cool. I think I am live. It's a product. Okay, so thank you for tuning in. Just had to make sure I was live. I'm at work today. For those who don't know, I work at National Geographic in DC. So by day, been here forever, paying bills through National Geographic. I'm a supervisor of audiovisual operations here. And yeah, I've been enjoying the ride. And then also making music for a couple projects here, but focusing on music after I get off work. This is a review of the latest release, a surprising release from Native Instruments. Before we get into that, be sure to like, comment, subscribe to this page on YouTube. This is my podcast called Syncrets to Success, where I share plugins that I'm using for music production, where I go over the sync licensing and the trailer music journey. I share insights into networking events and things like that. Also check out the links in the description, including a link where you can check out Absynth. That's currently on sale. You can upgrade if you have a previous version of Absynth for just $99, or you can get it at $199 if you are new to Absynth. And we'll dive into that shortly. This podcast is also sponsored by the great team over at ASTS, who make some great products for us to use in our music productions as well. So what is Absynth? This is a update to a flagship product from Native Instruments. So I'm fairly new to Native Instruments. I just got into Native Instruments maybe during the pandemic, so I had never had Absynth before. This is brand new to me. I've had this Absynth 6 for about 2 weeks. Shout out to Native Instruments for sending this my way for early release copy. So there might be some things I show in here that might not be in the public release copy, but let's get into it. I'm just going to play some sounds just out the gate, so you'll hear what it sounds like. That's Arctic Drift. I'm going to go to turn up my headphones. Abandoned Reactor. Abstractions. Yeah, I've already used this on a project. I'm probably going to do more of a patch playthrough once I get through a little bit of the plugin, because there's a lot. It's very powerful. There's some great reviews of how you can use sound design here. What I really like is this view right here, the browser view, because it gives me this sort of world view of the sounds. And what I can do is I can either use my arrows to go between sounds that are here in the browser, or I can choose, like, let's say I want a bass sound. So all the bass sounds are now highlighted here. Bass pad sounds, bass related sounds, or let's say I wanted to be even more granular with the sound I want. Let's say I want a fretless bass. Now I can zoom out and see that there's one little fretless bass all the way up here. Let's see what that sounds like. It's also showing up in the browser here, which I can close if I wanted more real estate. But let's say it helps me to narrow down that, and I can select more than one, or I can exit out. Let's say I want to go to percussion and listen to what's happening here, like bells. If I want to do more percussion loop stuff, well, that's fun. If I wanted to go to some string stuff, let's say I wanted like a xylophone. Now it's blending those sounds together. So I want to X this, and I want to go to xylophone here. We'll choose this one. I have to double click to choose. And I have my little X key Air that I'm using here at work that fits in my book bag. So some great sounds here. Let's go to guitar. I'm going to clear out this again, look at some guitar sounds. We have classical guitar. Double click there. before I want to get through some of the design of a plugin here. I do like the green background, sort of what you saw in Absynth 5, what you saw, because I didn't have Absynth 5. You also have this patch where you can do some routing between the 3 channels. You have channel A, channel B, channel C, and you have some oscillators here that you can choose between. You also have your master, where you can have 2 more sort of filters and things. So let's say I wanted to have a single oscillator here, double oscillator, and I wanted to have some different filters, some band pass or high pass filters, some notch, some frequency things happening here. There's some legacy filtering going on as well. I can do similar things with channel B or something totally different with channel B and also with channel C. And I can choose the different waves that I want up here. As I showed down here, we have sort of master control where I can adjust the input to phase, choose all kinds of waves for the master processing here, and then that can all lead into another effects processor. Then we have macro controls. We also have MPE controls. So if you have one of those Rolly keyboards or MPE keyboard, you now have some sounds that are specific for MPE programming in here. Again, this is really a high level overview. Then we have the effects. We have a bunch of effects in here. I really like this etherizer effect. This was a staple for the Absynth series. It's more like granular control. I like to just get in there and just move some stuff around. You hear some of that effect changing there. You have delay. We also have a comb filter. We have resonators. We have pipe, pause. So I can take one sound and just go crazy with the sound design. We have echoes, which would be more like, sort of like delays. You can adjust the seconds to the feedback. You can have multiple delays here. Looks like up to 3 delays. Then we have multi-tap, which is also another delay, but you can filter what's happening in the different taps. You also have the panning, level control. So a lot happening there. There is surround sound options as well. I have stereo, so I won't hear it right now in my headphones. And then you have the macro controls that you can assign to different parameters. Then we have the different waves I can draw in on the actual wave here of the preset. I can adjust the gain, the offset, transform it, edit functions there. So a lot of wave controls. You can also switch the draw mode to be sort of more like an S-ish curve. And then you have like this hump. The light just went off in the room I'm in. Then we have envelope or envelope, depending on where you are from. The envelope gives you a lot of control over the sound design with your ADSR approaches to the different oscillators and things like that. Then you have your LFO control here. You have 3 LFOs, each with the different waveforms, target, volume, oscillator controls, effects, routing, controller assignments for MIDI, things like that. Then we have more assignments for macro controls, modulation wheel, aftertouch, things like that. So again, I'm not going to dive in fully on all these different parameters. What I really like is the browser view here, where we have this sort of world view. I've seen this sort of similar aesthetic in, I believe, 2 other plugins, not native instrument plugins, but 2 other plugins where you have sort of the similar design. I believe this plugin specifically uses AI to group together sounds that are similar in character and tone. I can also do the table view here, which will also group them, and I can still filter here. I can favorite them here, and then I can create my own preset. So let's say I use the mutate, which I'll get to shortly, and I create a preset that I really enjoy. I can save that, and that'll save under my username. Then I can have the favorites. That'll save under the favorites here, which I'll probably end up going through at some point. But there's still a lot of sounds here. I like to just dive in. So let's say I start with this elbow pad, and I have this. Let's say I wanted to cut off, I'm going to go to envelope, and I could change the release here of all of these oscillators. So I now have to hold it out longer for it to play longer. Or if I want it to hold longer, I drag this out and I play the note. When I play a note and immediately let go, it holds a little longer. Change the octave. I really like that sound. We're going to go back to the, what page was it? Browser page here. I think it's a browser page. And I see this mutator at the bottom. And what I can do is change all these different mutate settings. So I have different settings, mutation amount, random amount, and I can just hit mutate. So this is the sound, the preset. I'm going to hit mutate. And all of a sudden it creates a new preset changing some of these parameters, and I have a new mutation history browser here. So I can go in and say, let me see what this sounded like, and let me see what it mutated it to. So I don't even have to do the sound design. I can just hit this button. This is what I like on plugins where they have a mutate or a random. They don't really have mutate, but they have randomized options. And I can just go in and let's click this again. But one thing you want to be aware of is a naming. So now I have M1, M1 as opposed to M2. So if I do this again, it'll be M1, 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 or M1, M2. And I actually like a lot of these. And you can tell that they're different as well. Let's choose another sound. Himalaya. Let's mutate that. I'd say I like that sound. But I don't like the release. It's too long of a release. So I can adjust some of these settings here. Let's go to this one. Let's see if we can turn this. Can make it lower. Now I'm just having too much fun. If I wanted to throw in the etherizer. I actually like that sound. I'm not going to save it though. Now, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute my microphone. Actually, yeah, I won't mute the microphone because I have to go to OBS to mute it. And because I'm only using one computer right now, I don't have my external monitor, but I will play through some of these presets here. So I'm going to go through just each category and play through a handful of presets in each, starting with bass. Here we go. One thing I didn't mention is these presets. You can see who designed them. Some might just say Native Entrance, but you also see Matt Jackson or Nevin even, or Robert Martland. So you see some of the designers for these sound designed elements. That multi-track one is going to be serious. I'm going to be using that one. Organ. That could be fun for a pop track. Let's see what the key is looking like. There's so many presets in here, thousands of presets. Again, mutating some of these, now I can create my own noise filter, noise effects. Soundscapes. Insane. Synth lead. Miscellaneous synth, almost getting there to the end. That's fun. This one, oh, it takes a long time to fade in. It tells you the character slow attack. Synth pads. Let's go to the top. I would choose this one. I like that. Insane. Last but not least, I'll go over some vocals, and then we'll go over some of the other options you have here, like the character settings to preset browser. Oh man, yeah, that stuff sounds insane. Right now I've been looking under types. That's how I've been browsing these presets, but I can also filter by banks. So if I wanted to only see sounds that have been brought over from Absynth 4, or if I only wanted to see sounds from Absynth 5, or only wanted to see the new sounds, and then what they're calling the Interstellar Legacy Twilights, some expansion series here, or if I wanted to filter by characters, so I can say I want to only look for arpeggiated ideas, because I want to work with an arpeggio. Which is also dope. So many, I'll tell you how I'll probably use it. I'll probably go to the world view here. I'll probably go to types and say I want a pad sound. I will go to synth pad. Maybe choose something here. I can use the arrows on my keyboard to filter through also. Let's say I like the sound. I probably I want something a little bit more pure than that, cleaner. So let's say I like this one. I'll double click on it, load that one up, and I'll probably use this mutate option. Open up the mutator to just see if I can dial in a sound randomly that I like. This one has a fade in. We all will have a fade in. Turn the volume up. This is called Beautiful Skies, this preset, but you can't really hear. Let's go back to, let's choose another one. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Mutate that. And I can also choose what settings to mutate. Envelope, macro, LFO. Let's do this. So now we're adjusting different parameters. That'll probably get me flagged. I can also turn off. So right now when I choose option, I hear it playing, but let's say I don't want to hear it. And now when I choose it, it'll just go to that preset. I probably would like to choose what I want to play, what I'm hearing before I double click on it. So I'll spend most of my time in Absynth 6 on this browser page. I probably will not spend a lot of time on the patch page here, maybe a little bit on the effects like dialing in the etherizer. So the effects page is going to be fun. Wave, probably not going to affect the wave too much. Envelope, I might go here if I want to adjust some of the ADSR on the oscillators. And then the LFOs, I probably won't adjust much either. And the assignment, I might mess with the macros down here, maybe with some MIDI knobs. But most of my time will be spent at the browser page and the sort of mutate modulation section here in the plugin. But shout out to Native Instruments. Also, thank you to them for sending this to me at no charge to review a couple weeks ago. Been enjoying it. I've used it on a lot of projects since I've gotten it. Mostly the pad sounds for some underscore tension stuff for sync. But thank you to Native Instruments for sending this my way. Looking forward to connecting with Native Instruments, hopefully at NAMM, which is about a little over a month away from the time of this recording and the release of this. Check out Absynth. Again, if you have a previous version, you can upgrade for $99, or you can purchase it outright for $199 if you don't have a previous version. And yeah, definitely add it to your workflow. Dive in, figure out how you can use it for the music that you're making. There's a lot of potential in here. I'll probably dive in on some of the sessions that you see me making music, and you'll be seeing me use this plugin a lot in the near future. So shout out to them again. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe to this page, and I will see you in the next video. All right. If you don't know me, Fingaz, follow me, DAFINGAZ, also on social media. All right. Peace. Potential in here. I'll probably dive in some of the sessions that you see me making music, and you see me use this plugin in the near future. So shout out to them again. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe to this page, and I will see you in the next video. All right.